I'm Jeff Nimnick.
And I'm Rick Paulette.
And we're the hosts of The Last Stand. Coyote hunting is my passion.
And coyote calls are my livelihood.
And together we aim to bring you the best predator hunting tips, tricks, and tactics, right down to The Last Stand.
The Last Stand, presented by Lucky Duck Predator Calls. We are the masters of deception. Swagger bipods. Shoot with confidence. Shoot with swagger. OnX Hunt. Know where you stand. Hornady. Accurate, deadly, dependable.
Woo! Nice and warm this morning.
Nipply this morning. You know, great to have you all back here with us on The Last Stand. Hope you really enjoyed those Arizona episodes. That's one of our favorite trips of the year, but you know, one that's, you know, always a really fun one that we've been doing for a long time is coming out here to eastern Colorado and hunting with, you know, Rick's longtime, lifelong friend TR and Farmer Mark and G. And you've probably seen them before on some of The Last Stands. So you never know what you're going to get out here. We've had some great years. We've had some down years. So we're hoping that this is one of those up years. Back in the saddle, buddy.
Yep.
It's good to finally have you along.
About time.
Done hunting the big game stuff. It's time to get serious.
I'm done playing around.
We got G with us. Farmer Mark, as Rick calls him. We're back in Colorado. First stand, this stand we made it every time I'm here with you.
Yeah.
It's about 50-50. See what we can go get.
Don't jinx it.
Honestly, out here in Colorado with TR and Farmer Mark last winter really sucked. We struggled to get hardly any footage, and I was on a muley hunt out here just last week and saw a lot of coyote tracks, and I was pretty optimistic that we were going to have some good action.
So we're getting set up. Wind's kind of blowing from left to right. I'm downwind of about 60 yards. Up in the sun, there's a coyote sitting up this draw, probably 800 yards or more. This coyote's coming good. He's gonna come right over he's gonna come right out of this draw. Just right of those cows, probably.
Yep, just don't move. TR will kill him.
He's making a good straight line. If he circles downwind, I'll be able to shoot him. TR set up with a shotgun. We'll see what happens here. Coyote's coming good like that. I'll usually just leave the e-call going. All right, TR just shotgunned him. I didn't get to see it, but I bet you it was pretty.
Well, we're out here with Farmer Mark, G, and TR. We talked TR into taking the shotgun. We're pretty wide open to be trying to shoot him with a shotgun, and I was playing Section 8 TR, and that's how that all unfolded. Pretty simple.
Well, we had to adapt to our original plan. The stand that TR wanted to make was kind of back off the hill to the right, but there was a pickup out there driving through the pasture, so we decided to walk over into this cut millet field or whatever, a bunch of bales here. Down maybe 400 yards, there's a thick yucca draw, so it'll be a quick stand. We're hoping that there's a coyote in there, so if they're in there, it shouldn't take them just a couple minutes.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Oh, we got him.
So Rick started that standoff with some lone howls. Me personally, when I'm howling, I'm not necessarily using the howls as a tool to call in the coyotes. I'm using it more as a tool to locate the coyotes. Like, when the wind's not blowing a lot, I'll let out some howls and it just gives you a decent idea of where the coyote's at, where they may come from. And if you hear coyotes howl, farther out that don't show up, it gives you an idea of where to go to make your next stand if you have access and things like that. I sat behind that bale and I thought, I haven't told the camera, I said, wind's going out. He comes over, we got to shoot him out there.
It was when he walked in.
And then as the coyote's showing up, I'm trying to throw up stuff and I'm like, I can't get any wind. It didn't dawn on me that's because we were behind the bale and the wind wasn't hitting.
Yep. I knew I wouldn't.
My hair started moving.
And
the other one didn't want nothing to do with it. No.
Should have stopped him right out there. But we got a big wide open stand, a bunch of wheat stubble, probably 800 yards worth of wheat stubble all the way down into this creek bottom. So luckily the wind's not blowing much, like, maybe 5 mile an hour if that. The sound should travel way down in there. Three of them.
Woo!
It's pup distress, Rick. See if we can get a shot at one of these. Good shot. Just had a little more cover to sit by. We'd had those 4 of them.
Well, I think we called in a triple there. They came in to just howls. I said I wasn't going to tell anybody my new secret howl. It's my favorite, but I will. Female invitation 5. The one bought into it good enough to get shot. G shot him, and then I couldn't bring the other ones back in, so.
I always like to look back at our setups, and you look over my shoulder here, we were trying to sit the best we could amongst the fence posts and stuff, but we were just too exposed up there, but we got them close enough to kill one.
Here comes one.
I've got one coming across the prairie dog down here. She's coming nice here. Nice shot, G. Coming up the draw. Here we go. Give us a double right here. Come on, baby, come on. That coyote checked up. Right at 200 yards. The coyote was actually spooked a little bit from the shot, but Rick switched. I think that was Sig Kicking Ass 3, and that coyote just peeled its way right up to us. It's the power of shooting a suppressor, man.
Me and old TR have killed a lot of coyotes here over the years. I started out with female invitation 5, and then I turned TNT cottontail on, and the first one rolled in. We got TR over here right down by the call with a shotgun, but it checked up and was looking at us, and I was using that as an excuse to go ahead and shoot it. And then I turned on Sig kicking ass, and then the other one come from a different location, rolled up here, and I dumped it right down there in the flat. So I got to shoot.
Well, Rick and G and TR are getting set up. It's the middle part of the afternoon now. We haven't went maybe 3 stands in a row without calling any coyotes. The wind still really hasn't steadied out. Switching kind of back and forth from the northeast to the southeast, but we're kind of working our way down this draw here. We killed a pretty cool coyote here last year. I don't know if it was maybe episode 7 or 8 when we were down here in Colorado. The coyote came flying in right here. I ended up killing it running, heading up that hill, but it's a pretty isolated piece of pasture back in here, not any roads or anything like that, so should be a good spot to catch a coyote laid up out here in the middle part of the day.
Other side of the trees, straight across. Here he comes. He's coming in fast.
One coming.
Yep.
Straight towards the pond.
All right, everybody hold still. Maybe old TR will get him.
Looks like she shot it kind of maybe low in the front shoulder. It was kind of snow plowing its way into the herd, crashed through some of those weeds. Rick got rolled over into some pup distress now. Down the right. Down the hill. Call.
I must have shot him low.
I think what the problem was we didn't have the call far enough away. You know, sometimes if you don't utilize that remote and you keep the call too close to where you're sitting, the coyotes are focused on that, and if you're within a 20 or 30 yard circle of right where the call's at and you don't have a whole lot of cover, they're gonna pick you out too. So taking that call and getting it put, you know, 40, 50, 60, 80 yards away from you, you know, it'll really help keeping the coyotes focused off of you and on the call.
Well, we gave her a try to find that first coyote. No luck. We went back and looked at the footage. You know, when you're shooting a chest-on coyote, you really have just about a, you know, maybe a 4 or 5 inch circle where you got to hit them perfect. And if you hit them off to the side, it hits them in the meat and the shoulder, and that's where the bullet hit that coyote. So, like I said, we didn't find it within a couple hundred yards. We're guessing that coyote's, you know, way down the draw. It wasn't a bullet in the chest cavity. So. On to the next one.
Well, the shadows are getting a little longer. We finally got back into coyotes. We made about 3 blank stands in a row. The last stand, we put bullets in 2 coyotes. We only found 1. But we made a run down this draw, man, another mile. Pumped up over. We can still have the wind in our face. It hasn't swirled on us yet, but just a big basin right here. It's probably 600-700 yards to the top. when we're set up on something like this, I always try to figure out where I think the coyotes are going to be, and that usually dictates how much volume I'm going to put into the call, and knowing that any coyote that comes to the sound right now is going to be over the top of that hill. I'm going to max it out, and that's what Rick's doing right now. Revolving that call, spinning that sound, shooting it in this entire 180 of this big valley here.
Coming in hot, straight to draw. See him? Right down the draw.
Right out in front.
Right in front of TR.
Woo, 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 woo! Woo!
Nice shot.
Thank you. That one might stay down low. How far is that close one, TR? Huh?
3.
Woo! Woo!
Nice.
We just knocked down a triple. Rick canned the one. I don't know, I ranged it at 400.
You know, once the bullets started flying and, you know, coyotes were kind of getting out of there, I decided I'd get in on the action. And I had my chance to kill the coyote. I got on him and I shot. I just didn't get enough wind on the first shot. And he ran up and I adjusted. I made an adjustment for the wind. So I feel like I killed that third coyote. Rick and I did shoot at the same exact time. So we'll probably never know. We're both shooting the same gun, the same bullet, you know, and only one of us hit the coyote. So it'll be something we'll debate for a long time to come.
Well, the sun's setting fast on us. We have time for maybe one more stand. We're so close to a 10 coyote day. We got 9 in the truck. We just got done killing a triple. All we really did is just drive maybe another 3/4 of a mile up over a couple little hills and set up on another big old valley. Got a bunch of little drainages dropping down into it. Bunch of yuccas scattered all over. To our right, which is kind of the downwind half of the stand, there's a really good thick draw that goes that way. So I kind of came over the hill on the backside. If a coyote tries to come up the backside of this slope, I'll be able to kill it.
Yeah, sometimes when you're covering the downwind, you don't get to see the ones run right up to the call, and that's okay. You know, you have to just trust everybody else on your team that's out there that they're going to be able to kill those, and you have to find spots where approaching coyotes could sneak in that they can't see, and that's really what I did on this stand. I got in there tight. There was a little bowl in front of me, and I was really the only one that spotted the coyote coming up. They couldn't even see the coyote. Luckily for me, it got wind of them and bolted right down my way. And you know, I got a crazy shot on it. Wasn't ideal, but you know, when you can cartwheel a coyote about 15 yards in front of you, it's always a fun time.
Right here, coming hard off the hill. Straight at him. He's gonna be coming up the hill. If he sloops here to the downwind, I'm gonna shoot him.
So being around the coyote hunting world a long time and hunting coyotes for a long time, I've came up with this thing called the 1% Club. And what I feel like is, if, as a daytime coyote hunter, if you can put 10 coyotes in the truck during daytime hunting hours, that puts you in the 1% of all coyote hunters that have ever done that. It's just awesome to be able to put another 10 coyote day in front of you guys and give an experience to G and Mark that we haven't had out here the last couple years. Well, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this episode. You know, 10 coyote days don't come often, and it was great to have the cameras there to capture it. Feel free to leave some comments. You know, if you have any questions about specific things that's happened during this hunt that maybe we didn't cover, ask them. I jump on there from time to time, and we'll hopefully get your questions answered, and hopefully, you know, you have a better chance of having a 10 coyote day.